Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com. Got my blue gloves on, and it's time for another Cards and Coffee. For this edition, I wanted to bring out some pretty special stuff I've been saving up for a while. I finally got what I consider a full set together, so I wanted to do a nice comparison video of all three of these. So before we talk too much about those, let me show you my favorite cards of the day, which are actually carryovers from yesterday now, but that's how it goes. So we finally retired that Gill. So I know this card is, it's numbered to 25. It's worth, a few $100s. I know this is a really good card, but at the same time, I can't keep it on the board all day for multiple days, so we got to cycle it out. So I pushed this into second place. This is an SSR that came out of a bootleg multiverse anime set called Fire Legend. It's a black 5 box with just flames all over it. It looks really cool. Apparently made by Little Frog. So we figured that out when we were looking at the box last night. Uh, and you can kind of tell anyway because it has a lot of the same qualities as the Gundam cards that they make. I love those cards. I bought 4 boxes of those cards. But I won't be buying that many of this. But this has still really cool looking cards, all sorts of different anime properties in there. This was the SSR I pulled, and I thought it looked great, so that's second place. First place is Space Penguins from MetaZoo. This is a gold refractor, numbered to 50. And I pulled this during a MetaZoo sort of comparison battle where I was comparing MetaZoo with a set called Abnormity Hunter League, which is made by Kamon and is kind of just like MetaZoo, but like they didn't on purpose copy MetaZoo. Anyway, that video is crazy. You should go watch that. You'll learn a lot. It's pretty interesting. Okay, but back to this. So these are, of course, Disney's card fun sets for the Disney 100s celebration, right? That's kind of their 100th anniversary this year. So they've been doing 100 anniversary things everywhere. Card.fun is one of the license holders for Disney products in China, and they created a ton of sets. Like there are, there's that silver box that sells for almost $1,000 now. I don't have any of those. There's those little 1 and 2 yuan boxes. I have those. There's all these. There's like 6 of these, this one. Then there's a bunch of like princess ones too. There's so much stuff made for this. But I tried to only get a few of them because I just didn't want to get everything. But what we have here is sort of a sampling of the 3 levels of cards that are in the main, say the main collection, right? Not that silver collection is kind of really special, but this is sort of the main collection. You've definitely seen this box and its siblings. There's 5 others. You've definitely seen these opened, I'm sure, on streams everywhere because this is an incredibly popular product, even in America. Pretty much every shop, every retail store, my local stores, everybody has this. That's right, like you can walk into a store in Los Angeles and buy this Chinese trading cards, right? It's that popular. But this box is kind of expensive. So I paid, maybe $50 for this, which is a lot for me. There's only 10 packs in here. But in America, you would pay over $100 for this, maybe $150 for this. So, by buying sort of directly from the manufacturing channels, I save a ton of money, but, obviously there's a lot of waiting, a little bit of risk. So it's, it's not for everybody, but for me, it works well. And yeah, something you can see here on the back is it's got that Jason company again, sort of in the middle, right? So Jason is the intermediary that partners with Disney and local Chinese companies to license their products in China. You can see that here because this is a Fast and the Furious, which is also licensed by that intermediary company, Jason, right? But this time on behalf of Universal Studios. So this company, Jason, they're just a licensing group. They handle licensing. So it's kind of how you can tell it's a official, right? But they're not the only ones. In fact, they're definitely not the only ones. This one called Echo Creative International Limited. This is another one. So that's another licensing company, just like Jason. They come in and sort of buy licenses from Western companies and resell them in China. And they're the one that partnered between Marvel and Kaio. So when you see Kaio Marvel cards, it's because of Echo Creative Entertainment Limited. Anyway, a little inside baseball there for you. I know people kind of enjoy that kind of thing. But let's get to the cards here, because I don't have a lot of time. I might actually have to pause this video because I have to go make lunch. But we'll see. But before we bust anything open, it is Cards and Coffee, so I hope you have your coffee. I've got mine. Excellent, excellent. All right. So yeah, so this is the big box with 10 packs in it. This is where people are pulling, $1,000. I'm not joking, like multiple $1,000 cards out of these. They are insanely popular, right? At least it was a month ago. I haven't looked recently, but I'm sure it's pretty similar, at least for the low number cards. And it's a very high quality box, and the finish is a little rough compared to like the Star Wars box, but otherwise, pretty nice looking box here. And there's 6 different characters. When you buy it overseas, you don't really get to choose unless you buy all 6. You can buy like a pack of all 6, but then it costs even more. But I just wanted one, so they sent a random one. I got the little alien dudes. Now it does have a magnetic seal, just like the Star Wars boxes. And then inside, it should be 10 packs of Disney 100. Yep. So that's one. Now, before we go to this one, let's go to this. So this is the same thing. The same exact thing, but it's the light edition. So I've never seen this opened in the West yet. And I think it's because these are really hard to get, or they seem to be. I ordered this from one of my favorite vendors literally like 2 months ago. And that's how long it took to get here. It got to the point where I actually canceled this order, and then they shipped it that day by chance. And the order didn't get canceled. But I had waited that long. I was ready to cancel the order. I didn't think I would get it. So I'm not surprised other people aren't getting it either. But you can tell right away it's a lighter product. Like, this is just a paper box now. It doesn't have a magnetic seal. But I believe it's going to have the exact same packs in it, just less of them. It'll have 5 packs instead of 10. If I'm right, I don't know. We're going to find out right now. Oh yeah, so there you go. So it's the same exact set, but you only get 5 packs. But this only costs $17. So this costs about a fourth the cost of this, right? And you get half as many packs. So way better deal to buy these than this, assuming you can get this, right? Again, this was very difficult to acquire, so it might be very hard for you to get this, but I'm going to leave that out because I want to be able to... Oh my! Oh look! Oh, I didn't notice till just now. Okay, so this is actually different than I thought. So they're not exactly the same packs. Look at that. So the light edition packs have light on them. It's exactly the same. I don't have any here. But it's exactly the same situation as like in the West when you have a hobby pack and a blaster pack. The hobby packs will have like a little H on them and they have better odds. And the light value blaster packs won't have that H on them. And so they have worse odds. So that's probably what this situation is. That kind of explains the cost difference too. So really interesting. So we'll be able to open one of each of those and see what's in a light pack versus a regular pack. And then this I got mostly because, one, I like this film myself, but also kind of wanted to see what this was. When this first came out, we all, on the Reddit, we have a Reddit for AliExpress cards. It's called AliExpress Game Cards. If you want to go visit, join up. On there, we were all talking about this and thought it was actually a bootleg for a while. But then it showed up on Card.fun's website, so then we knew, okay, this is legitimate product they made. But this is a Disney 100 set, but based purely on the film Zootopia. So I guess that film is popular enough in China that they made an entire breakout set just for that. And it's the only one I know of. Like they didn't do this for anything else. There's no Wally, there's nothing like that. It's just this one. So let's take a look at what's in here. And yeah, so like I thought, these are not going to be the same cards, not the same set, although it is exactly the same box. It's same box design here, but different cards, different set. Okay, so now that we have all these open, let's pick one pack from each to open up. And hopefully we can get a little bit of that open before I have to go. I have about 10 more minutes. Drink some more coffee. All right, let's get random.org out. As you know, random.org is my go-to for rolling dice on the internet. It lets you put in, whatever numbers you want and then roll it. So since these are Disney, let's do 5 packs. So we're gonna random between 5. We're not gonna do that today. I will open all these eventually, of course, but I just don't want to do them all right now. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so you can see that just fine. It's down here. We'll put that one down. We'll put that one down. How about that one? And maybe this top one here. All right, so those will be the 5 that are random. And so I put into random.org a dice to roll from 1 to 5. We'll roll it 3 times, and the third result is what we'll keep. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we go. So the first roll was 2. Second roll is 1. Third roll is 5. So that's what we're going to open today from the, I don't know what to call this, real Disney 100. Let's call it hobby, the hobby version of Disney 100. That's what we would call that in the West. We would call that the hobby version, and we would call this the value or the blaster version. So let's pull that one next. We're going to put all 5 of these down. Remember, they have that light on them, so you can always tell the difference. So we're going to roll 3 dice again. This is 1, this is 5. Here we go. Got a 4. Got a 2. And a 4 again. So 4 is going to be our pack from the light box, or the value box, blaster box. This is going to be very confusing for me. I'm going to keep using Western terms for this. Yeah, definitely you can feel the value in this box for sure. But then again, like I said, it's 1/4 the cost, so it's a much, much cheaper way to get into this product than the real box there. And then there should be 10 of these as well. Yep, okay. Let's move that to the side. That to the side. We'll put this down. We'll put this down. Put that one. Let's see. Oh, this one was sneaking away. Let's put that in there. Oh yeah, that's all cool. Okay, we'll put that right there. Okay, those will be our 5. Go ahead and random these off again. So we got a 1. We got a 1, and we got a 5, so I guess we're going to go over there. Interestingly, all these packs feel the same. Like you can tell the same company manufactured them, same company designed these. They have a very similar feel to them. And okay, and so from here, what we'll do is a kind of informal pack battle. I didn't do all the research on prices and stuff. They're very expensive for me. Not as expensive as the Mario cards, but yeah, pretty expensive. So here is, but on the other hand, you can pull things from this that, like I said, are worth more than the entire archives' cost. So if we get lucky here, we might make a profit on this entire venture in one pack. Okay, so there's all the information about this. I know that's not too helpful for you, but you can maybe pause and use an auto translator on it. Here's the ZooTopia set. Very similar information. Kind of interesting that there isn't a set number, unless that is the set number there with the 702. Maybe that's how they number their sets. Yeah, okay, so that seems to be how they number their sets. This is 601. So this will probably be 401. So there you go. Very similar numbering, but different sets. All right, so let's get these open, and like I said, we'll do an informal pack battle of them and try to pick some winners, but it's not going to be super formal or anything. One pack opened up. All right, and I guess I spoiled it already because people probably know what all those colors mean. I guess you get 4 cards in one of these packs. Okay. So in the hobby version, you get 4 cards. Yes, I mean, I'm not telling you anything you didn't know. Those cards are very well known in the West. What about here? Here we're getting 4 cards again. Very different backs on these, but really kind of like a very high quality finish on that. I guess, yeah, even better than those. The finish on these is better than that. Those in the back. And then let's pop open a light pack and see what's in there. Okay. Here we go. So it should be, yeah, so it's the same exact cards, just in that light version. And it looks like here we got some kind of info or redemption card. And again, sorry, if you know what those hits are, you've already spoiled the video, but I don't know, so I haven't been spoiled yet. So you might be screaming at home, but I am not. I'm not sure what this says. I'm gonna pause the video and get this translated just because it looks important-ish. But I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go translate this quick. All right, I am back. For you, that was instantaneous, I hope. But for me, that was like an hour and a half. I had to go make lunch. I cook lunch for our family on Saturdays. We have like a schedule to rotate. Made macaroni and cheese, in case you're curious. It's pretty good. I'm pretty good at making that, so I made that. But I'm back now. New blue gloves. I had to take these off, put new ones on. I also spent some time reorganizing. Yeah. Sorry, this doesn't matter to you at all, but I put my, let's see, what is this? This is like dupes now. So all my dupes are now in a proper box. So I have too many to fit in those little plastic boxes anymore. And I have another box of all scanned cards. This is still unscanned, so I still have to work on that a bit today. And then I got out, well, you can't see it, but over here I got out tons of stuff for filming today. So I basically got everything I want to film today is on the table over here. And then I put an order in over lunch too, from Blowout Cards this time. I got a couple of hobby boxes. I got a Chronicles basketball draft from 22. And mostly because they had it for like $80, which is super cheap for that. I mean, there are really valuable cards in that set, and I love Chronicles, so I figured I'd get that. And then I got the Don Ross Racing 2023 one, again, because it was so cheap, and also that box is currently one of the hottest ones, so I figured I got that. I got the Fleer Ultra Avengers Blaster, which those are very high quality cards. And a Select Blaster too. Yeah, so anyway, you have to go over $200 to get free shipping, so I did that. Yeah, so anyway, that'll come too next week. So we're gonna have a lot of blasters to open, like probably 30 blasters are gonna be here next week. That's okay. All right, but today we're looking at Disney cards, and this started off as cards and coffee, but like I said, I ran out of time, so now it's cards and water. So I'm gonna drink my water. And if you remember, right before I paused, I was looking at this card and trying to figure out what it was. I have translated it now. It is a set list, so the set is that big. So this one here is like rainbow character cards. There's 99 of those. Crazy. This is the silver cards. Those are the very expensive ones. There's 100 of them in the set, and each of the 100 is, I don't know if you can see that, but limited to 666. Like, one, why pick that number? And two, that is a lot of limited cards, like a lot. I question the term limited at that point. Although I have other numbered cards that are like to 800 and stuff, but 100 different cards to 666 is thousands and thousands of limited cards. So this is not actually that limited of a set. And I guess this card only comes in the light packs. So you won't find this in the hobby packs, only the light ones. And then this side, I'll show it to you because I'm not going to use this. But this is redemption for points on the Card.fun website. So that QR code is unique. And if you were to scan it with a phone and you were able to register an account on Card.fun, which likely requires you to have a China ID card. But if you have all that, feel free to take this. It's yours, because I don't have that and I'll never be able to use it. So for me, despite that card being very beautiful, it is going in the dupe graveyard because I can't use it. And yeah, it'll go over there. All right, let's look at some actual cards now. For 20 minutes into this video, we haven't looked at a single card yet, which is crazy. But we'll go through them quick because I think they can go pretty fast. So yeah, so this is one of those character cards. This is that turtle. God, what was his name? Surfer Time. That's not his name. Does it say on here? It doesn't say. I forget what his name was. But he's from Finding Nemo, right? And he teaches Nemo to surf. So it's pretty cool. And that came out of the regular pack. So then let's pop over to ZooTopia. Wow, those are really nice. Man, these ZooTopia cards, not only do they have like a better finish on them, you can kind of see it there, it's like a textured finish. They feel great. Like these are very high quality cards. And I don't know if this is just a hit or what, but I don't think it is though. I think this is, well, there you can see it's an SR. So this can't be a hit. This must be just like a base card. But yeah, isn't that cute? It says, "You know you love me." That's super cute. Wow, so beautiful. Like, that's a wonderful card. And I kind of understand now why this set exists. Oh man, and I was when I was putting that order in, I was looking at Dave and Adams and all of them because I was trying to figure out like who would have the best deal on that. And you know, I usually want to order from Dave and Adams so I can get the bonuses and stuff, but they were like they were $110 for that Draft Chronicles box. Blowout is like $80, so I had to do Blowout for it. But they had this exact box, listed for $90. I got this for $30. Yeah, I often wonder if I should just like order those and resell. I think people do that and make, fund their hobby that way. I don't have the energy to do that, but oh my God, that's like 3x the price difference is completely insane to me. Okay, so anyway, this is now a light card. So we're going to see if it's actually any different or if it's just, the same exact card as in this pack, just with maybe slightly worse odds or something like that. And yeah, I can't tell any difference. It looks exactly the same to me. Let's get it sleeved and let's compare it more directly here because they do have some numbering on them. And so yeah, it's a D100 SR. So yeah, the light pack cards are exactly the same cards. So yeah, maybe it's worse odds, but you will get exactly the same cards. So if you just want to dip your toes into the set, light is probably a good way to go. And remember, those boxes have the word light on them, and they're like 1/4 the cost. That's how you'll know. Okay, so that looks a little fancier, but this is probably just another SR. Yep. And who is that? That's Rapunzel, maybe? Who's got really long hair. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I thought I knew my Disney well, but I don't know that. So we'll put that there. Oh, we should probably pick winners. Sorry. Well, I mean, this turtle is super cute, so turtle's going to be our winner right now. Alien can be second place, and no, you know what? Zootopia is second place just because it's a higher quality card. That image isn't especially nice, but it's a very high quality card. So okay, let's put it. Look at that. You can see the foil on there shining. It's really cool. So there you go. First, second, third. That's how we're sitting right now. We've got that. Let's look at this. and it's another SR. And so it seems like the SRs have, artwork from the film on a nice rainbow finish with some stamping. And then this one says, "Daddy, it's time for our dance." I don't, I don't remember the movie well enough to know what scene that's from, but interesting. But I'm not going to move that up because that is a very dark picture. It's hard to see on camera. That card looks better just because it's lighter. Let's go here. That's also pretty fancy, I think. Oh, it's Mike. Of course, I love this guy. They used to have a show at Disneyland called The Laugh Factory. Mike was the host of that, and that was always a lot of fun. They still have it in Florida, but I don't like going to Florida. Okay, so here is Mike, and yeah, Mike is going to be our winner now because he's cool. And I'll keep the alien actually, so we'll put the turtle back over here. But that's sort of how we're at right now. Light actually holds 2 spots. That's pretty good. Trying to wrap this before we get too far in. Okay, so that's not that cool. It's just an SSR. I mean, it is cool. Like, the tech on this card is actually pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure that's etching. Or maybe it's printed on. I don't know. But anyway, the foil there, the different colored characters in the background are all sort of foiled in a different layer, and it looks very cool in person. But that is just an SSR. It's not going to be worth much of anything, but I'll put it there, and we will, Mike is going to be second, so we're going to move this here and here. And that's our lineup, first, second, third. Let's grab a ZooTopia card. All right. What do we have here? This is an SSR of Judy Hopps, I guess was her name. Yeah. I love the glittery foil on the edges. It's very well done also. Let me get this. I have to pick that to my tail. There we go. All right. Honestly, that's a better SSR. So you're going here now. You're going here, and you're going here. And that's how we're going to play that, just like that. You can see the sort of laser foil outlining on this. Kaio does that for their Transformers cards, and it looks really cool. And it looks just as good there on Mike. Okay, I'm getting my sleeve ready because I think this card is very special, but again, I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. Okay, so that is no, just an SSR again, so nothing too crazy. It's a neat character, Professor Owl from Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, that's fun. I love that background and the foil on it too. But now I'm curious, like, why does this SSR... Oh, I guess they are the same. They're the same. Okay, so these are the same. It's a better color. I love purple though. Right, poor Mike. Sorry, Mike. You're getting put down. Not put down. You can put. We're not gonna put Mike down. You're getting put in the regular pile here. Okay, we're down to what, 1 card left in each? Yeah, these only have 4 cards in each pack, so you're not gonna get too much. There's another from Finding Nemo. What was her name? I forget. The very forgetful fish. I forget. She forgets. We all forget. That's purple again. I really like purple, but I can't unseat SSRs for an SR, so we're gonna let that stand. And here we have a different back. It's a similar back to that, but it's horizontal, which makes me think it might be a different level yet. And you can see some kind of zebra stripes on it, which is pretty interesting. So I wonder what we've got here. It looks like we have a, what is that? A UR. Okay, well, wonderful. UR is great to pull. Oh, it's over here too. And that is Sahara Square. So that's like one of the places in Zootopia. If you kind of remember the movie, they start in a city, but there's actually a lot of a lot of like other places that the animals come from, and so this is like one of them. And I guess you can kind of see on the map where it is here. So honestly, very cool. Like I'm incredibly impressed with this Zootopia set. Geez, I wouldn't pay $80 for it, but I might get another at $30. They'll probably get cheaper in time too. So there we go. That's where we'll stand here, and we'll put Professor Owl over there. And then we are on our last card, and it's this mouse from Dumbo, maybe? I think that's from Dumbo. Okay, so yeah, that's the different Disney sets that I have. Again, that was the regular Disney 100 box, the Zootopia box, and the lite box. And the lite and the regular have the same cards in them, just maybe different odds. And then the Zootopia is a just totally different set, completely different design, totally different set, but pretty high quality cards. And you can see that I ended up picking 2 Zootopias for the winner, and first place was this wonderful UR, and then this Judy Hopps for second place. And third place is Maribel, yeah, Maribel from Encanto, maybe? I think that's from it. I can't remember. Yeah, I like that one because it's purple. So anyway, that's our video for Cards and Coffee, which is now Cards and Water. But I hope you enjoyed the show, and yeah, I got a lot more filming to do, so I'll see you soon.